Anyone who teaches, by the way, that baptism is essential for salvation is teaching a doctrine similar to what the false teachers in Galatia were teaching the Galatians. And what they were teaching the Galatians is that you had to be circumcised in order to be saved. Now remember, in the Old Testament, under the Old Covenant, the Israelite, every Jewish male was circumcised on the 8th day, which was a symbol that they were now part of the covenant community, right? And so the false teachers in Galatia were teaching the church, Jesus is okay, we understand that, but you also have to be circumcised. If you're not circumcised, you're not a part of God's kingdom. It's Jesus plus circumcision. Well, you can read Galatians. Paul comes in and says, this is not the gospel at all. That's why I was talking earlier about the cults, and that's not the gospel at all. Paul said that if you teach Jesus plus any kind of work, you're cursed. That's what Paul said. Paul said if you add anything to the gospel, you're severed from Christ. Right, in Galatians. So you can go and read that. So in Galatians. So Paul basically says baptism is not essential for salvation. It's essential for the Christian, but not salvation. It's symbolic, not saving. It's a symbol, not salvation, right? The thief, think about the thief on the cross. Jesus was crucified, torturously crucified on the cross between two thieves. One thief jeered him, mocked him like the crowd, but another thief didn't. Another thief embraced him. That thief embraced him, and that thief asked Jesus, if he could be part of his kingdom. And what did Jesus say? Jesus said this. Jesus said, bro, I would love for you today to be saved, but they're not going to get up here on this cross and baptize you, and you got to be baptized. They're not going to pour water over your head. That's not what Jesus said. Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise. Today you're going to heaven. Today you're going to be with me. Baptism was not essential for his salvation, right? Baptism was not essential. It's essential for the Christian, but it's not essential for salvation. And so the bottom line is this. It's Jesus that saves. It's not Jesus plus church membership. Now listen, here's what I want to make clear and help you to understand. If you are a Christian, you're going to be involved in church. The people who claim to follow Jesus and are not committed to the church and not involved in the church are either not true believers or they're biblically illiterate, because there's no such thing in Scripture as a Christian not connected to the community and a part of the community. You're not a part of the church to be saved. You're a part of the church because you are, and it honors God, and He told us to be, and it's a command of His. And when I am a believer, I want to honor God, so I am a part of the church, not to get salvation, but because I am. It's not Jesus plus giving. Now, a true believer gives, they tithe, they understand, because they understand everything they have is God's, and I give back to Him, not to get salvation, because that's what I do because I am saved, right? A true believer, it's not Jesus plus serving. A true believer serves, on and on and on, right? It's not to get, it's because of, right? It's because I'm a believer, this is what I want to do because it honors my Lord, right? So the bottom line is, it's Jesus plus nothing. Jesus plus nothing. If it was Jesus plus baptism, it's not the gospel. If it's Jesus plus anything else, it's not the gospel. Paul said it's Jesus plus nothing, right? Equals everything. Essential for the Christian, but not the salvation.